welcoming you here to the Pro Throw practice fields following Oregon State's first practice of fall camp. Publisher BeaversEdge Brenden Slaughter, joined by BeaversEdge senior writer Ryan Harlan and BeaversEdge writer Brogan Slaughter. We just wrapped up day one of Oregon State fall camp, and we're right back into it, boys. It's like football never left, and spring kind of almost seemed to kind of bleed into fall as far as just being excited for this upcoming season, and we're seeing that here. Most media we've seen for a practice in some time, like the excitement for this program this year is palpable, and you can see that. There's a lot for us to break down at BeaversEdge.com, but let's just start with you, Ryan. What were some of your observations from today's practice?
Well, I will say this. Malik Murphy looks a lot more comfortable behind center operating the offense. I mean, it's clearly a night and day difference, but I will say in spring, looked pretty solid with it, with the most part of his command of what Ryan Gunderson's asking from him on each and every play. But it even looked more so, I would say, fluid all the way through in terms of the operation, guys knowing what their job is, what they're doing on each and every single play. And I think this offense, at least I know it's only one day, but they have the ability to be a lot better than they were last year and kind of reach those fun offensive plays, as Ryan Gunderson coined almost a year ago. So that's something there that I would say that this offense has looked a lot better. You get some guys back on the offensive line. I know a lot of people have been asking about that. I mean, we see Tyler Morano and Jacob Strand return to practice for the first time. We have not seen yet JT Hand practice, but we'll see if that changes throughout the course of fall camp. And also too, Van Wells returns after sitting out spring. So the offensive line looks a lot better together as a unit. More, I would say, that's just due to health, really, in particular, and that's something too that's been really kind of stressed. I know Bray mentioned how good it was to have guys back along that group, but outside of that, that's really kind of the big, I would say, position group I was kind of looking at. I mean, it's only day one.
Right.
You'll kind of learn more as the practice days stack back to back here, but so far a pretty solid day one for what I've seen for the most part from this group.
And offensively, Ryan, what are you going to be looking to expand upon today in your practice report that we'll have over at BeaversEdge.com?
I would say more so the offensive line and pass block. Just that's more of where I'm kind of looking at more of their protection in the passing game, and then also in the run game too. I think that's more of, just like I was saying, health related than anything else, really. But like, that's definitely one area. And then also to quarterback play as well. I mean, Malik Murphy had some great throws here today in practice, so I'll expand a little bit more on some of those over in our practice report.
Again, you can catch the full report at BeaversEdge.com, available to you. Brogan, let's switch gears and talk about the defense today. Obviously the defense was a lot stronger in spring football, as we remember, but we didn't really know maybe what the level of that pass rush was, considering that it was a mixed bag for offensive line. Like Ryan said, there were so many guys out on that offensive line in spring. Now we're seeing those guys back healthy, and it's truly more of a mano-a-mano type battle. There were a few times the offense broke a few runs, but there were also a few times the defense got after him today.
Yeah, getting a healthy O-line out there is definitely going to help the offense, but there was a lot of really good pressure from the defense today. Unico Taylor, Kai Wallen, they were getting to the quarterback. There was good pressure from the edge. Blue Dancer forcing a fumble on Kellen Guttridge. I liked seeing the packages with the defensive backs. You're rotating a lot of guys in there. You're seeing, Crandall inside, a lot of different guys. TJ Crandall sported the club on his right hand today, so a bit more intimidating from that cornerback spot. Just some things from Coach Bray. He said Tavita Pomea lost a couple pounds, lowered the body fat a little bit, added some muscle, much more versatile, nose tackle spot there. And he also said Dexter Foster put on about 25 pounds of lean muscle and is going to be a lot more effective as that inside starting linebacker. So there's just two things to look forward to.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple good points, and both those weights were something that caught my eye too, particularly Dexter Foster, because Dexter Foster was maybe the most effective true freshman this team had last year, at very least, top three, so to speak. But in terms of your post-practice breakdown today, Brogan, what are you going to be looking to expand on? What impressed you today?
Just kind of seeing the guys in the secondary that are just every play against, they could be first team, second team, and they're just winning their reps regardless who they're going against, and just matching up with the different receivers. There's different profiles of receivers. You got some quicker, shorter, speedy guys and some possession guys, so just how they can play their individual matchups.
Yeah, and then again, we'll also have, in addition to our practice report, we'll also have a top quotes from today, as well as we had a bevy of interviews today. Never as many interviews as we had today. I believe 6 or 7. So make sure to stay locked to the Beavers Edge YouTube. And again, make sure to stay locked to Oregon State Beavers Edge on 3 for all the latest coverage. We'll be back at tomorrow's practice and every practice here on Fall Camp. For Ryan Harlan and Brogan Slaughter, this is Brenden Slaughter signing off.